Hey folks, I am doing this. This actually will be a quick shooting breeze because I'm heading to the mall by my home for my hour-long hot stone pedi and for my manicure. I rarely do acrylics, maybe a couple times a year, and if I do, they're real short. I get the mani and it's time for me to stop biting my nails and messing up my nail beds. So I haven't had my mani in a couple weeks, so this thing keeps moving around like a bobblehead. So I'm heading to get that now. If I hit a bump and it goes down, I apologize. And so I'm heading to get that done now. Of course, mani with my nail buds treated in my favorite color orange, and then my hot stone pedi, which is an hour itself, in my favorite color orange. The funny thing about it though was my favorite color was, if you see anything on my tongue, it's my mint. My favorite color was red growing up, and then it changed to hunter green when I was married. You're just gonna sit there. I guess I'll go. And then when I really stopped running from my spiritual gifts, it became orange. All right. So before I get started, my favorite disclaimer is I am 51 years old. I do not have any makeup on today because I do not feel like wearing any makeup, and my confidence has no flaws, and neither should yours. All right, so today I want to talk about real quick as I'm heading here to the mall to get my me time in, is I wanted to talk about moving on, some queendom shit, forward focus, and it is what it is. It's all good. And what I want to talk about is to those of you who you sit around waiting for someone to get shit, to comprehend shit, to understand shit, and you realize they will not because they tend to be full of shit because they're all based and stuck in ego and pride. Ego and pride. I'm gonna say it a third time. Ego and pride. I never had an ego. At times we have an ego depending on the situation. So let me back that up. I had an ego when I ran track. I had an ego with regards to my intellect, but not an ego where I thought I was better than anybody else. It stemmed from pride because I was proud of myself and the work I put in. We're not talking about that kind of ego. We're talking about ego that a man/woman has when they think that they are too good to be humbled. They think, hit a bump, I need to fix this thing on my car, it holds my phone. They think that they can hide. God sees, Father God in heaven sees everything from an aerial view. And if you hear sounds, I do not like, even though I keep my house like at 69 degrees, cold-wise, I prefer natural air, so I tend not to use it when I'm driving. So if you hear a lot of gushing sounds, I apologize. The wind. That's the Appalachian in me. Born and raised. So I'm talking about individuals who they have pride, false pride, and arrogance because they will not humble themselves to simply say, I'm sorry. They will not humble themselves to realize that you can keep running. The Father God in heaven, he sees things from an aerial view. And when people do wrong by us, and you have extended an olive branch to say, you know what, I forgive you, or I'm sorry, whatever it may be, even though I don't want anything else to do with you, you don't say that to them, but that's what's in the back of your mind because they've had all this time to apologize. Keep in mind that you do not have to worry about that. Father God will handle that for you. In other words, everything that they touch will crumble. Nothing will prosper, from their job to their finances to their relationships to their, even if they have a dream. Reason being, Father God will not honor and bless those who do not know how to say, I'm sorry for my wrong. In other words, somebody's been fucking with my thing. Sorry. I had to drop my car off to get something fixed at the shop, and I have it back. And so the device I use to hold my phone keeps falling. It doesn't fall like that. So I'm wondering if it fell off and they tried to fix it and didn't fix it right. But regardless. And so basically what happens is he will hold things. Better off holding this damn thing with my hand. He will hold things, make things stagnant until they do what they're supposed to do, which is simply say, I'm sorry. Simply say, I'm sorry. People say, well, why am I going through this? Why am I going through that? I'm not going to forgive her. I'm not going to ask for an apology. Again, that's a hindrance to your blessings. And so what moving on means is I, Tam-a-ra, have decided to feed into my own self also. And what that means is I no longer feel guilt. It took me forever not to feel guilt just to get something for myself. If I'm spending money or doing things for others, I would feel like I still do, I feel great joy. But when Tam-a-ra wanted to do something for herself, she would feel guilty. You just don't bring in an income just to spend on others. You're worthy also. So I started getting like I'm heading to now, about to arrive in like 2 minutes. I started getting my manis, hot stone petties and manis. I take a break from the mani whenever I want to bite my nails, which I love to do. And so I decided to pour into myself, meaning that what I am also going to do, am I lost? No, I guess this can be the back way. But anyways, what I'm also going to be doing is no longer being shy. So, Tam-a-ra reached out to a gentleman who she has been, let me turn around, I am lost. I'm using my GPS. That's what I get for trying to do a shooting the breeze and trying to drive to the mall nearby to get my Manny and Patty. I already had to call and tell them I'm running late. And then this damn thing, somebody keeps messing with my shit, so it fell. All right, so we're going to call this shooting the breeze comedy style. All right, that's what we're going to call it. Because Tam-a-ra is in one of her chipper moods. You know, my moon is in Gemini. So who is Tam-a-ra today? Like, where is Carmen Sandiego? It's like, who is Tam-a-ra today? Tam-a-ra today is silly Tam-a-ra. All right, so I decided, here was a gentleman I was attracted to for 4 years. And I got to thinking, you tend to run into this individual, this gentleman, in the weirdest moments at the weirdest times. That's odd. I've run into him more times than I've run into anybody since I've lived in this city. Keep in mind, I usually just go to work and come home, or earn my income and come home, meaning through my blog or whatever it may be. So I said, okay, this is Father God's backup plan. This is obviously some sort of soul. We have many soulmates. I'm not talking about no karmic soulmates. Teach us a lesson. So I realized this must be a soulmate. So Tam-a-ra reached out. Tam-a-ra helped them to see that they need balance in their life. Meaning, where am I at? Okay, right turn, I know where I'm at now. Meaning that all work and no play can make Jack, like they say, a dull boy, or however the wording is. So I had to let him know that all work and no play is not good for any man or any woman. And I had to pour those same words into myself, meaning focused on me and my cousin Sorrell's raw and real leadership, our partnership. Focused on, my video blog, this Facebook live feed, which I then turned to private after a while, and then I switched it up to my YouTube public blog. Then, in addition to that, my Heart Song podcast. So I'm like, all these other things I'm planning. Well, the same goes for Tam-a-ra. All fun and no play. Time for Tam-a-ra to play. So I reached out on a limb because I'm someone I feel you should let a gentleman know that you're attracted, and then I'm old school, then back up. Well, I took it a little step further. I let him know that he needs some fun in his life. He needs some Tam-a-ra in his life. And so I wonder, he agreed he needs to reassess some things. So this journey will be, I wonder if he will be one of the gentlemen who doesn't say, and I don't think he is, because he has a lot of self-esteem. I cannot stand a man who is a freaking fucking coward. I cannot stand that. If I reach out to you to show interest, and then I tell you, I back up, it's up to you to chase me. I cannot stand someone who's in pride, someone who's an ego, someone who's not humble, and a damn coward. I cannot stand a fucking coward. Oh my gosh, it just does something to me. I cannot stand a coward. So, with saying that, he's not a coward at all. Someone who is on my level, meaning he's not afraid of an intelligent woman. He's not afraid of a woman who has her own, that does not need him, who is not codependent. That's called a mature man, a man's man. So, as I'm pulling up to this mall to get my hot stone patty and my nail beds fixed while that chewing on my nails, I'm curious to see, in this nice weather coming up, and the pool's opening, and this thing not staying up, curious to see when he will invite me out on a date. And I'm down to earth, Appalachian born and raised, so I don't care if we're taking a walk in the park. I don't care what we're doing. I just like things that are just natural, organic. And so, crushing over him for 4 years and tired of playing games and putting others first, it's time to pour into Tam-a-ra. So, little Tam-a-ra, who spent 14 years in a marriage, she left after they lost their son to cancer. And Tam-a-ra was off and on in a 17-year relationship, has now decided that Tam-a-ra is ready to pour into herself. And no more uneven. I'm giving to you and giving to you. No, it's going to be even. So, will Tam-a-ra be asked out on a date by him? He knows who he is if he's watching this. He knows who he is. He needs balance in his life. He needs a little bit of Tam-a-ra in his life. Peace out.